Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Bella.
And welcome to our Frankenstein Formal Project Crash Course.
Today we're going to be doing an analysis on a secondary source and comparing it to Frankenstein, which would be the book of Genesis, and an extended analysis on British Romantic poetry.
As he balances power and knowledge through his actions, the character Victor Frankenstein reflects similar ideas of creation drawn from the book of Genesis in the Bible. There are many connections between Frankenstein and Genesis made through the novel. On page 41, Frankenstein personifies the dangers of knowledge. Destiny was too potent, and her immutable laws had decreed my utter and terrible destruction. As Frankenstein craved for more information, despite having a sense of unsettlement, ideas from Adam and Eve's eating from the tree of knowledge began to show. The devil says to them, "When you eat from it, the tree, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." Like Adam and Eve were, Frankenstein was tempted by the dark and mysterious beauties of knowledge. This nature-warping craving he had would soon lead him to the creation of his own sin. Frankenstein's creation of the monster fell just as God's creation of Adam and Eve did. The monster's violence in killing his friends, and Adam and Eve eating from the tree of knowledge. The frustration Frankenstein felt towards the monster was similar to God's, as he banished him, Adam, from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. Punishing his creations and forbidding them to return to their previously given state was similar to how Frankenstein felt towards the monster. Although God was able to have mercy and empathy, Frankenstein struggled to balance his anger in the damage and betrayal his creation had done.
These similar ideas of creation and destruction found in the book of Genesis in the Bible can also be seen in Samuel Taylor Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Samuel Taylor Coleridge was a British Romantic poet who followed many of the main ideas. One of these ideas being the belief that God and nature are one and the same, and showing respect to God's creatures and all of his creations. The basic meaning behind the Rime of the Ancient Mariner is essentially sin. The crime the Ancient Mariner commits against God is that of destroying one of God's creations. Going against God's plan of when the creature, the albatross, should naturally die, similar to the story of Adam and Eve in Genesis, when they destroyed God's plan. Besides creation and destruction alone, there are also several allusions to Christianity in the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The conclusion of the poem, "A sadder and a wiser man, he rose the morrow morn," embodies a key principle of Christianity in itself, which is the sharing of one's own knowledge and experiences that can help lead to the improvement in life of others. Another allusion can be found in the quote, "Oh, happy living things, no tongue their beauty might declare, a spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them unaware. Sure my kind saint took pity on me, and I blessed them unaware. The same moment I could pray, and from my neck so free, the albatross fell off and sank like lead into the sea." The allusion of this quote shows one of the greatest principles of Christianity, which is the ability of a person to make a conversion into an improved human being after wrongdoing. After committing the sin of destroying one of God's creations, the Ancient Mariner realizes his wrongdoing and faces punishment. As a result of this, the Ancient Mariner then appreciates the creations of God and no longer sees them as just slimy things, and he works for the betterment of himself. Similarly, Frankenstein knows creating the monster is wrong, and after he's faced with its horror and as a result suffers the punishment of his dead loved ones, he learns to never create another monster and works towards a journey of bettering himself.